All right, y'all, so here we go. So first time actually working on the caddy. We're gonna work on a 5.3 today here. So I took it to my tuner, and I don't know if you guys remember me saying that I was gonna take it to my tuner just to make sure everything checks out okay. Also, I had a little issue with the idle, something I think is going on in the throttle body, whatnot. So he hooked it up to his computer and then pulled it all up, and all the parameters and everything were great. It was running right on point, right where it should be. And however, there was an issue with the idle, and my tuner thinks it's going on somewhere in the throttle body, either in the well, just somewhere in the throttle body. Either one of the sensors is off, or it's gummed up or something. So anyways, he said there's a couple things that we could do. So being that I usually just can work on my own stuff, he says just take it home and take off the throttle body and see if you can just kind of clean it up with some throttle body cleaner or some brake clean. So I just went to local AutoZone. I usually go to O'Reilly's, but I usually like them a little bit better. But anyways, I just went to AutoZone just because that was the closest thing by, and got some of this throttle body air intake cleaner. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna take this air intake off, this the pipe and all that, and take off this this throttle body, and I'm gonna try to clean the sensors up and see if it's gummed up in there and see if that helps. I guess what the computer is doing is it has to compensate for something going on in there, because it's initially idling low and then the computer is bumping it up, and he says it's actually the numbers are on it that it's reading in the computer are crazy high, and he doesn't know why it's bumping it up like that. So his initial thought that something's going on in here. He says if that doesn't work, then he can actually bump it up manually, kind of in the computer system. He says he doesn't recommend it, but it would still work, but he wanted me to attack that first, or I just get a whole new throttle body. However, this particular 5.3 comes with this style throttle body. I don't know if you can see it. So most of the newer ones after like 02, I believe, have a different style kind of throttle body and throttle body positioning sensor and all that. So these ones, he was telling me, are a little bit harder to come by, and when I actually went to the junkyard to kind of find some, there was none like this. And I went online to kind of price them out, and they're kind of spendy. So I mean, even like a remanufactured one is like $250, $300. So I'm like, man. So either I'm gonna have to get lucky and find one at a junkyard if this one isn't working, or see if I can find one for parts. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of take it off, clean it up. Hopefully that thing will work, and we can get it going. Other than that, y'all, this thing checks out great. It's actually driving good, and man, it's just going really well. So I think it's gonna ended up being a good buy, hopefully. So anyways, let me go ahead and attack this, and then I'll chime back here in a second. Alright, y'all, so I got this throttle body off, and of course, if I want to take any of these sensors off, it has to be a weird kind of Torx in there. So I have Torx wrenches or sockets or whatever, but if you can see that little piece that's right in the middle, it's like some kind of stud. I don't know what it is, but I don't have a Torx style like that. So all my Torxes are solid. All my Torx tools don't have like a hollow end that I can like actually, that'll fit over that. So I don't know what the heck's going on, man. I never seen anything like that before. And of course I take it all apart, and I don't have another vehicle to try to get to the store to get a tool like that. So You know, it can never be easy, y'all. It can never be easy. But, I mean, it doesn't look terribly gunked up. What I'll probably do is just go ahead and clean it the best that I can. I wanted to take out these sensors here. I'm not sure if this is the IAC and this is like the throttle position motor, or vice versa. I've never dealt with a throttle body like this one before. I'm assuming this is the motor that is powered through the TAC module from the floor, and basically when you push down the pedal, the TAC module controls the motor to control the little butterfly. So, and I'm assuming this is the IAC. So, but as you can see here, this one has the same end. So what I wanted to do was take these off and kind of see if they were gunked up in there some, and try to just clean them out, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that. So anyways, I'm just gonna try to clean this up the best I can and then throw it back in and see if that works. Right, so I got it all cleaned up. It was actually pretty gunked up all up in here, and you know, in between the butterfly and throttle body itself. You know, all kinds of carbon and debris was coming out. So what I did is I took some throttle body cleaner and I took some mineral spirits first, and I kind of just like it makes it easier to get all the grease and carbon and stuff off with the mineral spirits. I didn't get it on the sensors or anything. I just tried to just keep it around here. Then I took a little brush and cleaned it all out. Then I sprayed it down with some throttle body cleaner and kind of did that to the outside. So I just cleaned up kind of everything just to try to see if I can get it as clean as possible. My hope is that there was a lot of buildup in here, and my hope is that that buildup was just enough to kind of maybe stop the blade from closing all the way. That's my hope, and I'm hoping it's not a sensor or anything. So the good news is, hopefully, is when I put this back on, and if I can get the right part to get these screws off, that maybe I don't have to take this whole throttle body off, as I can get to these screws and just take them off if I need to try to take these off and clean them or replace them. I don't know, so we'll see, but I'm hoping this works or it runs a little bit better. But it's starting to rain on me, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. So let me go ahead and get this back on. I'll cut you guys on in a little bit. Well, y'all, I think that might done the trick. I think it's idling a lot better just from normal idle. I'm going to take you inside the car and kind of show you what I'm talking about, what it does. Every time when I used to put it in gear, it would kind of like, the idle would drop and it would get really low, and there would be a handful of times it would actually shut off. So it seems from the jump that it's idling a lot better after just cleaning that out. So I think it was just really gunked up in there, and it wasn't allowing that blade to kind of fully open and close. And when the blade would actually open, since there was so much buildup in there, it wouldn't let the air flow through efficient enough either. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you inside here too, but just listen to it idle. It sounds a lot better to me. Nice and smooth. So I'm gonna take you inside the car here. So when I used to put it in gear, it used to really dip low. So let me see if you can see it. I'm gonna shut off the heat. So now it doesn't dip low at all. That's back in neutral. And in drive. So that the TAC used to really dip low, and it actually used to idle below 500. And now I got my engine light on. I don't know why that's on. Huh, that's weird. But yeah, so it doesn't dip low. I put it back in park and the idle stays the same. Put it back in gear, and here is where it would almost actually shut off. So I think that might have done a trick. Yeah, so hopefully that fixed it. I think it was just a little bit of buildup and in there, and after cleaning it all and everything, it seems to be running a lot more efficient and good. So hopefully it's right on point. I don't know why that service engine light is on, so I'm gonna go ahead and see how I can attack that. Maybe I can find a way to reset it. But other than that, all the other parameters were good. My tuner said everything was great, and it was just the idle issue. So which I had already knew something was up with the idle. That's why I originally took it in there anyway. So there you go, first video actually of me actually working on the Escalade, aka Georgia. So anyways, y'all, that's it. So like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Let's make 2020 a great ass year, and man, let's do this. So more content to come on Georgia, as I got some stereo stuff that I got that I'm going to try to upgrade the stereo system, see if I can bypass the stock amp in here, and just try to make the stereo sound a little bit nicer, and just some other things, y'all, just some really small odds and ends, just to kind of clean it up, make Georgia run a lot more efficient, and just be a good daily driver. So but yeah, let's make it happen, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep it positive, do all that good stuff, y'all, and we'll holla.